from my research. Lyndon Baines Johnson said it best. I'll have these N-words voting Democrat for the next, 200 years? He said something like that. And when you have a party that is promoting everything that this book, the Bible, goes against, at a certain point, people are just like, oh, this is crazy. Multiple genders? What is that? I can't even discipline my children anymore because you want to take my children away from me? What is that? You saying my wife should leave the home and not me? What is that? I can cut my genitals off and I can become a woman? What is that? Right? And so when you have all of this up and you're like, wait, whoa, we're tired. We're tired. The Black community is tired of being taken for granted. The Christian community is tired of the immoral stuff that's going on. Psalms 33 says, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And it says somewhere, I believe in Proverbs or Psalms, one of the two, it is righteousness that exalts a nation. And right now, we're not a righteous nation.
Ooh, this brother is absolutely right. And somewhere in Proverbs, and I'm gonna paraphrase, it says, when the wicked, are in charge, the people groan. But when the righteous are in charge, the people praise. I'm paraphrasing, but y'all get what I'm saying. This is absolutely beautiful, amazing. Four brothers sitting down and they're being asked, why are you guys no longer on the Democratic plantation? And this young brother so eloquently laid it out, so much so that she couldn't even refute it, although they still have a lot of questions. We got a lot to get into. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Somebody told me an interesting story about Ice Cube. He went to the Republicans.
And the Democrats.
And he went to the Republicans and the Democrats. He went to the Republicans and said, hey, I want to do something for the Black community. He struck a deal with the Republicans, with Donald Trump, to do something incredible for the Black community.
They were willing to listen to him, and the Democrats were not.
He struck a deal with Donald Trump. He go to the Democrats, they brushed him off. They shoot him. They didn't even talk to him. And I feel like you've been saying this forever. They've been doing us like this for years.
Yes.
Because when you sold out to one side, they don't have to work for you.
I've been saying this for over 25 years. Over 25 years, whenever I've been speaking on politics, I have always said, for one election, I want Black folks to vote Republican just to put the Democrats on notice that you have to work for our vote too. And to put the Republicans on notice, you might have a shot at getting our vote if you cater to us the way you cater to other communities. That's all I've ever said. What I would say instead is that when we look at the Democratic Party today and you listen to supporters of the Democratic Party, they will talk about a plan that the Democrats have in place that benefits our community. My point is, where is it? When does it work? And unfortunately, on too many occasions in our society, we've got politicians who've mastered the art of exploitation and not mastered the art of uplifting. And that's really what this comes down to. And that's the problem.
And I think the worst of them are the Black ones. The Black people who represent the community have failed us. The Black leaders, not all of them, but I think a good number of them, because they are perpetuating this, the very thing that has held us back. But the Democrats have done the worst job than anybody.
He's absolutely right. But I want to push back on Stephen A. real quick. What plan? What plan do the Democrats have for Black folks? President Trump, during his first administration, did more for Black Americans and for minority Americans than any other president, probably dating back to Kennedy. Keep it a buck. These people have no plan other than giving you failed representation that quote unquote look like you, that do nothing but fatten their pockets, fill their coffers, and focus on whatever their DNC donors and their DNC overlords tell them to focus on. And they're only allowed to come to you right around election time. Other than that, you don't see these people. The Republican Party has a real end, not only with Black men, but with, a lot of folks in this country, because people are fed up with the far left, Marxist, socialist, communist, progressive agenda. These people are wicked in everywhere that they rule. The places are the most dangerous. Crime is super high. The poverty levels are increasing. There's no jobs. Cost of living is outrageous. People are starting to vote with their dollars, though. But Stephen A., call it for real. Call it how it is, man.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican?
I don't think that you can be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think
They would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the truth is often insulting.
I think that's utterly ridiculous. You see, we have a two-party system, and you need people of all walks of life on both sides of the party, and that's what makes this system the best you could ever imagine and the best in the entire world. And this whole thing started because Don Lemon made a carte blanche statement about all black people, which is utterly ridiculous. And you're saying that black people cannot choose the politics that they want to follow or choose the political party that they want to be a part of because you want to silo them into thinking that we all have to be the exact same and think alike. We are not monolithic. We all have different backgrounds. We all come from different places. My military background is my father is a colonel. My sister is a West Point graduate. My brother is a West Point graduate. I grew up in a very conservative home. The left has nothing to offer someone like me based on the way that I grew up. And I'm smart enough to understand that and realize that. And I'm not going to continue to support the left if it doesn't coincide with the way I believe.
Shout out to Wesley Hunt. He's absolutely right. The left's agenda doesn't coincide with the way that I believe, nor the way that I live. I'm a follower of Christ. There is nothing on the left's agenda that I jive with. Nothing. Everything about it is just abhorrent to me based off of my beliefs. And Wesley Hunt's absolutely right. We are not a monolith. And because we are free men in the United States of America, we have the ability to support whatever political party, whatever political policies, whatever political agenda. We have a right and ability to support whichever side we want to based off of how we feel and how we want to live and how we, or the direction that we want this country to go. Don Lemon can kick rocks, and the people of his ilk. Those are the people trying to keep you on the Democratic plantation, scaring you in to continue to support your own demise.
Was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
I would go a step further and also say you're a traitor to your country. Anytime you support people that, one, don't have your best interests at heart, doesn't have your country's best interests at heart, you are a traitor to your nation. It's treasonous behavior. Malcolm X was 100% spot on then, and his words still resonate today. I'm going to play this clip a lot, especially as we get closer and closer to these midterms. People need to hear this. Somebody, this might be the first time that they've heard this. So if you have been watching the channel and you've heard this before, bear with me. My apologies. Look at this. Look at this crap. You look at the South and they say, oh man, that's Jim Crow 2.0. You look at what's happening up north. Yeah. They call that democracy. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts. They pretty much got almost all of New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, almost all of New Jersey, majority of Maryland. This map didn't go far enough. Think about that. Think about that. Obama waves off election integrity in red states as Jim Crow 2.0. But when it's deep blue, Northeast strongholds, oh man, not a problem. Not a problem. I'm telling you. Hey, the Democrats would have no standards other than double standards. Seriously. Seriously. The hypocrisy of these people is unreal. They always, oh man, we need black representation. That's the only thing that they offer to black folks in America is black representation, but it's got to be the right representation. because I'm sure you guys didn't know this right here, but these are 4 Republicans in the House of Representatives: Byron Donalds, Wesley Hunt, John James out of Michigan, and Burgess Owens out of Utah. Yeah, they represent majority white congressional districts in their respective states. But for whatever reason, these brothers were not accepted to the Congressional Black Caucus. Not that I think they should want to be in it, but they were told that they cannot do it because they were not Black enough. Or being a Republican in their eyes doesn't equate to you being Black. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Now, as this post says, it says, I'm starting to think the Democrats are being very disingenuous about all of this Black people being unable to be elected or represented, the Black vote being repressed, and the Jim Crow 2.0 bullcrap. Yeah. Think about that. We just had an election last year, Spanberger versus Winsome Sears, and you had Democrats and NAACP and Urban League and your Messiah president, Barack Obama, go out there and campaign against the Black woman. Miss me with this. I'm telling you, these are some of the biggest hypocrites out there in the country. People need to see it and start recognizing it, man.
The reality is this. Black people's voting is not in danger, and you know it's not. And you know it's not. I'm 63 years old. I've been voting since I was 18. I have never had a problem voting. Now, that may apply to my mother and father. It applies to my grandparents. Surely it does. And in fact, because it does, every single person in this room, including that Jewish lady that just got up and talked, need to really be thanking us. Really need to be thanking us for getting y'all the right to vote, for getting y'all the right to be here, instead of sitting up here manipulating the Voting Rights Act like something's getting ready to happen to our right to vote, when you know that's not true. So now you all gonna drag Black people in here, definitely some senior citizens, and gonna have them come up here and talk about how they scared to vote, how this messed up their right to vote, women need to vote, all that junk, when you know it's not true. Just like you sit up here and make like Black people can't get IDs. Us requiring IDs to vote, it's gonna stop Black people from voting. Why Black people ain't got IDs? See, you all get more and more ridiculous.
Shout out to this sister, man. She cooking, and she always cooks. Been following her for quite some time, and she's absolutely right. Your right to vote is still intact. The same people that implemented the redlining, which is the Democrat Party, wanted to continue redlining, keeping people in poor, dangerous, impoverished, and disregarded communities and districts. That's what they wanted to do, and that's what the Supreme Court stopped.
Country. The latest state is South Carolina. Republicans are ramping up efforts to unseat Congressman Jim Clyburn. After 30 years in office, Democrats' rhetoric is getting pretty heated.
Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock said it was a, quote, 21st century version of Jim Crow in new clothes. Do you agree?
Absolutely, I agree.
Jim Clyburn. He's been in that seat since '93. You see how the district is set up. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Look at this. Look at this district. Look at the way they drew this out just to make sure that they get a plethora of Black folks. That's crazy the way they've done this. And guess what? That district hasn't improved under Jim Clyburn's watch. It's actually has gotten worse. Go figure, huh? When you don't have to do anything, when you know, all you got to do is throw a fish fry and the people just go in and support you, you don't have to do anything.
Are we actually in a place where the only way you can be Black and stand with your people is to be a Democrat? Now, if that's where we are, we're the dumbest people on the face of the planet, and we're the only people in America who operate that way. You can be white and be a Republican or a Democrat, Hispanic and be a Republican or a Democrat, praise the Lord, whatever, and be a Republican or a Democrat. But if you're Black, The only way you can be an authentic black person is to be a Democrat. That's stupid.
As my brother Minister Denzel would say, that is stupid. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts about any of this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
We won't stop. I won't quit. Stand for the truth. No counterfeit. Real ones rise. Let the fake ones split. Repent for the lies. Let the dark